everyone, welcome back to our class. The topic of today is the settlement of claims. Insurance claims refers to the process by which the insurer, upon receiving a notice of loss from the insured, determines the cause and extent of the loss through inspection and investigation, determines the attribution of responsibility, and finally calculates the amount of insurance compensation and pays the compensation. Generally speaking, the claims of international cargo transportation insurance mainly include filing, reviewing relevant situations, calculating losses, and paying compensation. 1. Filing a case. Filing refers to the process by which an insurance company, upon receiving a claim request from the insured, organizing the corresponding insurance policies and other documents and registered them in a certain order in the record of the claim case. The registered content should be the specific information of this policy, including the policy number, the name and the quantity of the insured goods, the insured amount, the mode of transportation, the name of the transportation vehicles, and the details of the loss. After the claim is completed, the specific processing or claim results should also be recorded for future reference and inquiry. 2. Review relevant information. When handling claims, insurance companies first need to review various situations, including reviewing insurance documents to ensure that they are complete and without omissions. Review whether the insured has insurance interest in the insured goods. Review whether the policyholder has complied with the principle of utmost good faith and whether there have been any false or concealed important facts during the insurance application process. Review whether the insured applies for inspection in a timely manner. Review whether the nature of the loss and the cause of the loss are within the scope of coverage and whether the time of the loss occurred within the insurance period. 3. Calculate losses. If it is confirmed through review that the loss falls within the insurance liability, the insurance company also needs to conduct specific accounting for the various losses and expenses claimed by the insurer to determine whether the amount of each payment is reasonable. For the compensation amount for the loss of the goods themselves, the insurer needs to calculate whether the calculation of the amount is in accordance with relevant regulations, whether the residual value is deducted, and whether the valuation is reasonable. The insurer needs to verify whether other rescue, inspection, and other expenses are necessary and reasonable. 4. Payment of compensation. After the compensation amount has been established, the insurance company needs to prepare a compensation plan, which specifies the amount of loss and expenses of the insured goods themselves and fill in the exact cause of the damage. At the same time as paying the compensation to the insured, issue a receipt for the compensation. The compensation receipt should not only be kept by the insured and the insurer separately, but also sent to relevant responsible party to indicate that the insurance company has the right to claim compensation. International cargo transportation insurance generally adopts the fixed value insurance method. Once a loss occurs, the insurer calculates the insurance compensation based on the insured amount. 1. Total loss. When the insured goods suffer a total loss, full compensation shall be made based on the insured amount stated in the insurance policy. if the contract is an indefinite value insurance. In the event of a total loss within the scope of insurance liability, the actual value shall be used as the basis for calculating compensation. If there is still residual value of the goods, they belong to the insurer. 2. Partial loss. If the goods suffer partial losses due to insurance accidents, the loss ratio must be determined according to the degree or quantity of the loss, and then the insurance compensation shall be calculated. First, calculation of quantity loss. If some of the insured goods are lost or the quantity is short, the compensation shall be calculated based on the ratio of the quantity of the lost or damaged goods to the total insured goods, according to the insurance amount. Compensation amount equals to insurance amount multiplying number of losses. Wait. A Chinese company exported 3,000 packages of rice, each weighing 25 kilograms. According to China's marine cargo transport insurance terms, it was insured for all risks of sea freight with an insured amount of $92,000. When it was unloaded at the destination, it was found that some of the outer packaging was broken, and there were several packages that were short, totaling 400 kilograms. How much is the compensation? The compensation is $490.67. Do you get the right answer? Calculation of quantity loss. When insured goods suffer quality losses, the intact value and the damaged value of the goods should be determined first. The depreciation rate should be calculated, and then multiplied by the insurance amount to calculate the compensation amount. A company exports a batch of fruits and purchases all-risk insurance for sea freight according to China's marine cargo transport insurance terms, with insurance amount of $300,000. During the journey, if there is a storm that delays the journey, the fruits will begin to rot. Forced to lower the price on the way to sell and recover the payment of $180,000. The intact price of this batch of goods in the local area should be $240,000. What is the amount that insurance company should compensate for? The answer is $75,000. Do you get the right answer? Third, goods allowance with deductible rates stipulated. For fragile, vulnerable, and consumable goods, insurance companies often fix a certain percentage of deductible rates. For example, a company exports a batch of bulk weight totaling 600 tons from Tianjin to Hong Kong. According to China's marine cargo transport insurance terms, they purchases all-risk insurance for sea freight with an insurance amount of $700,000. The insurance contract stipulates a 2% deduction rate for short cargo. If 18 tons are found to be short unloaded at the destination after inspection, how much compensation should the insurance company pay? The insurance compensation is $7,000. Fourth, compensation for repairs. The insurance company may compensate for reasonable repair costs incurred after the loss of goods within the scope of the insurance amount. 3. General average. If general average occurs, regardless of the type of insurance. The insurer is responsible for compensating for the sacrifice and expenses of general average. So much for this class. Thank you for your attendance.